This is Following the Signs, and this is for the Insomniacs. This reading finds you when you can't sleep. Maybe you've been on YouTube for a while and I don't know, you've come across this message and there's something here for you. Something personally woke me at 3 a.m. and it's now currently 5:30 and something really called me here. I attempted to get back to sleep, as we all do. As we all fucking do. And you know, if you're someone that has been suffering from insomnia, or maybe you're going through a shift right now, which, you know, to normal muggles, this is like, you're just insomniac, you're stressed, you're not making good choices. But maybe you have been going through an awakening. Maybe what you're experiencing right now is not something that you can just chat with Jim at the shop, or it's not something that Uncle Danny's gonna understand. It's not something that anyone in your current circle can really resonate with at the moment. And if there is somebody, well, why are you not reaching out? Okay, it's a beautiful way to start this. The sun. This is the beautiful Dreamtime Oracle deck made by Laura Bowen. This is an Australian deck, and it is Aboriginal, Indigenous Australian artwork on there, which, as you can see, incredible work. Fertility is something definitely growing, or on the precipice of being created. Now, this feels like it is something that's coming from within you. Right now, I don't know, maybe I'm connecting with someone that has also seen Look Who's Talking, and we get a great visual of inside the womb in that movie, and sperms traveling down the uterus to the down the fallopian tubes. You know the drift. Anyway, there's a very warm, soft, incubating energy that's very slowly right now wrapping its arms around you, and maybe you are kind of feeling it now, sitting and watching this reading. It's like all seeds grow from the dark, don't they? And a lot of the time, a lot of people will look and be like, oh, look, that seed didn't even fucking shoot. Look at that. I planted that seed and it's done nothing. But what they don't realize is the mechanics and mysterious concoctions that are rumbling and intertwining under the surface. Now, there's something that has been laying dormant in you for a very long time, and it's not that it's something that you don't believe in, and it's not that it's not something that doesn't inspire you, or it's almost like like an inner knowing, like a secret that you've had within yourself your whole life, but haven't been able to ever have validated, ever be able to really logically understand yourself and make sense of it. But it's there, and it's like a little sacred bit of truth that's just yours. And at this time is when this is really bubbling up for you, because it's something that's going to bring you a lot of joy, ultimately. But with that comes sacrifice. With that comes the nighttime. Like every day the sun must set. in order to be able to rise the next day. Where does it actually fucking go when it sets? Like, we picture it just, oh, well, clocked off for the day. The sun switches itself off. No, sun is still there. That burning ball of fire is still there. It's just that we can't see it. But there is one that can see it. And that is like the creator. That is the universe. That is like that, I don't know. It's like that part of the atmosphere that's looking inward at everything happening here. And this is like, metaphorically speaking, what's going on between mind, body, consciousness within you. Someone could be 34 years old, or someone could be born on the 3rd of the 4th. 4th of the 3rd, but yeah. And maybe you're a Sunday baby, like I, full of grace. Bonnie Blythe and gay. I was disliked for being born on that day. I know it. And maybe you've clicked here and you're resonating and you're still listening to me right now because on some level you are resonating with what I'm saying. You could have very much grown up, a bit of an outsider, a bit of a, I don't feel like I belong here. Where was I meant to be born in a different timeline? I mean, I've often felt that myself. I would have like thrived in the 20s. Anyway, I'm going to have a sip of this coffee. Now I'm going to read from this. I don't usually, like, I kind of get a little bit disappointed if someone just reads from the book and doesn't give me their intuitive response as well, but I really feel like there's something in here to benefit. And look, maybe I'm connecting with someone that is of Aboriginal heritage, Indigenous culture. I don't think it particularly matters if it's Australian or not at this point, but here we go. In some Aboriginal cultural groups, the sun, rather than being associated with masculinity, is described as female. The sun was considered the great mother, giver of life and of warmth, and nourisher of the earth. Often these groups were matrilineal societies where knowledge was passed down from mothers and aunts to the next generations. The sun is associated with warmth and nurturing, the fertile womb and the mother, the one who births new life. The sun promises a second chance and is a warming reminder that tomorrow is another day. In the morning, the sun will rise and a brand new day will begin full of potential warmth. That's interesting, as we were just kind of seeing that. Australia is a harsh continent and often affected by long periods of drought. At its most dangerous, the sun can burn, dry out and kill livestock and leave the landscape barren. This is a reminder that it is not possible to live continuously in the light and warmth. You must also spend time in the darkness of night and the cooling retreat of the shade. Often the best times to benefit from the sun are to connect with it at sunrise and sunset. These times, when the sky glows with colour, are a very special time for personal reflection and promise. Well, it really is, isn't it? Because it's like, if we think of that symbolism of the sun rising, that really is that birth of, here we are, welcome to a new day. And when the sun is setting, that's like almost symbolic of an ending of something. So you could be resonating with this right now. Maybe for some of you, you are in fact with child. And congratulations if that is your story. For a lot of you, this is that, as we were already discussing, this is that what's going on within yourself right now. And I think it's also becoming to that space of acceptance of the fact that the normal ebbs and flows of life, and appreciating and accepting each obstacle, each moment, each emotion as they are, and understanding that this too shall pass. It's often very hard to forget or to remember in a state of concern that it's not going to last forever. And it's like, it's not that there has to be an acceptance of like, oh, the bad stuff, here for it, fuck yeah. No, it's just each time is maturing to the situation, and each hardship we go to makes us stronger and more capable to problem solve, to be able to get through something more. So it's like, it's not all in I don't know, I want to say it's not all in vain, it's not all for nothing, and it's not all unnecessary. And like, I think this is important to remember too when it comes to implementing new healthy boundaries in your life, is it does become easier each time. But when learning and going through all new cycles, it's very easy to second guess, to be overly concerned about little bits and pieces, and it just comes with consistency. Over time, we get stronger, and in our confidence is growing in like, no, I know I need that. I know I don't need that. Got the Tree of Life here. I really love the artwork on this card. I do. This is really like, it's getting like a very, it's like that connection between vitality and stability, isn't it? Being there, feeding from each other. I really want to get the book here for the Tree of Life. It's like your passion is really going to be pushing you forward. Just seeing that sunlight coming out from the back, like you're really, even if at this time things are feeling a little off, you really are emerging into something new. Let's see. The Tree of Life requires you to look at your breath and to ground yourself in the present moment. Nature does not concern itself with the future. Plants know exactly what they need to do in any given moment. Living in the present will provide you with more time. Your presence is all that is required right now. You are strong and resilient. Hold your space. Where are your roots? Plant and keep your feet firmly on the ground now. Any sudden change may cause instability in your personal life. Dig your roots deep into the earth to create a firm foundation that you can build from. Family matters are of concern. Be open to solutions to achieve the outcomes you desire. Be careful with decision making. Compromising too much over an issue will leave you feeling powerless. Okay. So it's like there's a lot that's happening below the surface. Coming back to like that seed planting, there's a lot that like this work that you've been and this intention you've been putting into yourself, it's going to be benefiting the situations around you. Like you could also be feeling a sense of urgency when you are heightened, when you're feeling stressed. And this has been coming to mind a lot when I was doing a reading for myself just the other night, and I had the Eight of Swords present itself. And for the first time, that card really spoke to me in an understanding of it. I think with the Eight of Swords, it's very much labeled that self-sabotage, and you're putting yourself there, and you can remove the blindfold at any time. We know how the story goes. Self-limiting beliefs. What is forgotten is how unsettled the nervous system is of the person in the energy of the Eight of Swords to get to a state where they're feeling like they can't trust themselves. And I've been in that state before. I'm sure you've been in that state before. And it's not like you are choosing to self-sabotage or choosing to prevent yourself going forward. But I don't know why this is relevant, but I could be connecting with someone that suffers from PTSD. And when that is going on within an individual, it is very hard to determine whether, am I going crazy? Is this trauma? Why can I not, why is this happening now? I'm at the supermarket. Why is this happening now? It's difficult. It's very difficult. And it's also very difficult if you have other obligations. Maybe you're a single parent. Maybe you have a lot on your plate. You play many roles in your life. And on top of that, you are then experiencing something that you don't particularly, or to what it feels like, have control over when it's coming up for you. And so I want to tell you right now that there's no shame in going through what you're going through. The Eight of Swords, we need more compassion for the Eight of Swords, because this is talking about nervous system dysregulation, nervous system damage, fight or flight mode activated for life has been. Anyway, for whatever reason, that was necessary. Already at 17 minutes. Look out. Spirit, what is the messages for the soul that is watching this video right now? What is the Tree of Life? Ten of Swords. It's overcoming hardship. It's overcoming a lot of pain and a lot of heavy baggage. It's feelings of loss, feelings of depths of despair, rock bottom. What I do love about this Ten of Swords card is she's risen. She's not lying in it, still, stabbed by all the swords in her back. No, she's up and she is being led by her soul calling now, which at this time feels like I don't really even know what that is. But I know that it's not what I was doing. I know that it's not what happened to me or what I experienced. And I've been left with no choice but to walk away from everything that I've ever known. I don't know what's ahead of me, but I know that it's brighter than where I've been. And if only you knew what it took for me to stand up here right now, to pick myself back up. And coming back to this card, what was that message there with the Tree of Life, is to not impulsively make any decisions right now. And that's probably really good advice, especially if you have been in a state of fight or flight, of feeling like very unsettled energy within you is having a reminder that you don't have to have it all figured out right now. What you do need is an open heart to the opportunities that the universe does want to provide for you now that you are choosing to make this decision for yourself. What is the Sun card here, Spirit? What is this fertility? That feels like way too many wanted to come there. Six of Pentacles. Reciprocity. And you probably will find, like, I mean, energy goes where intention goes. And I feel like when you have been in a state of focusing on all the negatives, and I'm not saying you're sitting here being like, oh, I just want to be negative Nancy. I'm saying, like, this is all coming up for you because you've been put in a position where maybe you have been in a state of denial for a while, but now everything has, everything's erupted around you in order to put you into this Ten of Swords position, in order to open you up, in order to bring in, like, what is destined to be yours. Yeah, I really did just get that vibe too, like this fertility, Six of Pentacles, and then we've got the Justice card and the Ten of Pentacles. It's like you do really want to have a reciprocal foundation in your life that is trusting. That brings, it's like all you need is love and everything else follows with it. And I think that's very true, that in relationships, yes, all you do need is love, because if ultimately that is the backbone and the main ingredient in the relationship, and I'm talking healthy love, I'm not talking like love bombing, fucking like manipulative, conditioned love, I'm talking about actual genuine love, well, that there is the perfect combination for being grown in a relationship and being able to move through the ups and downs that come along the way. It's being there as a support to someone to be like, hey, this is our time now. This is our opportunity to make what we want. And I really care about how you're feeling. And I want you to be able to feel safe to open up to me. Let's unpack things. Let's work through them. Oh, wow, yes, that makes sense as to why you would react like that, because you've fucking suffered a lot in that area. Well, I'm not going to be like everyone else and shit on you for that. I am now going to show you how you don't have to keep feeling that way. Why is all this showing up? Like, because you've had the courage to keep persevering. Between anything that's really been thrown your way throughout life, you've learned how to not only play the role of the nurturer, but you've played the role of the beast. And a lot of you right now could be in that space of accountability where you're not trying to avoid it any longer. You are taking ownership and you're using that to be able to move you forward. Like, I don't want to be the I don't know why, but I just had very intrusively then come in. I don't want to be the object of my affection. I don't know what fucking sense that makes. But I think it's like I don't want to sit here in my ego or my victimhood or whatever it is. I don't want to sit in that energy. Like, I will embrace it and use it to help me get up out of bed every day. Because where I was, like, I might not be where I currently want to be, but where I am is a long fucking way from where I was. And I continue to pick myself up and keep going. And have the courage to, I don't know what's happening tomorrow. I don't know what the future looks like. But coming back to being in that present moment, like, I don't actually have to worry about anything. Because in this present moment, I can be strong and I can be humble and I can be open and yeah. And yeah. What is the advice here? We've got the Ace of Wands, the Six of Pentacles again, Six of Cups in the reverse, the Fool, ooh, the Tower. You know, there could be something that's going to come up and it's going to feel like everything's really not okay. And this could be like divine intervention. But it's going to be an opportunity for a completely new path. This could even be symbolic for those of you that have picked yourself up after hardship and are on the new path. And whatever it is new that's starting up in your life is going to be very reciprocal. Like, you could definitely be going into business of some kind where you are providing support to all sorts of different personalities and people. There's a tendency here to go back into old habits when it comes to probably boundaries and, you know, not putting yourself into a state of depletion. So remembering to not only here in this Six of Cups, like remembering to not only just be like balancing out about who you're giving to, but how you're giving back to yourself. And I think this Strength card here is really going to be reminding you of that, to stand strong, coming back to that tree of life, standing strong in your psyche, in ultimately who you are. All right, closing message. Take the time that you need right now in order to be able to get yourself out of this space that's keeping you in this feeling. Whenever this message finds you, it was meant for you. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to Following the Signs. I'll see you in the next one.